You see, there is something deeply unsettling about betraying a good person. Not just anyone, but someone who stood by you when life was not convenient. Someone who saw you at your lowest moment, when you had nothing to offer but potential, struggle, and uncertainty, and they still chose you. They carried you in ways you may never fully understand. They believed in you when there was nothing visible to believe in. They stayed when living would have been much easier for them. And then you start to rise. Life begins to shift for you. Doors start opening. Your levels change. Your environment evolves. And suddenly, the very person who walked with you through the valleys start to feel outgrown. Not because they became less, but because you became different. Yes. And instead of honoring what you shared, instead of acknowledging their place in your journey, you rewrite the story. You distance yourself. You diminish them. You start telling a version of event where they are the problem, where they are the weight you had to drop to grow. And somehow, in your narrative, they became the villain. Let me tell you, this is not growth. This is not evolution. This is a quiet kind of brokenness. Because it takes certain level of internal disorder to repay loyalty with betrayal, to meet sacrifice with disrespect, to respond to genuine love with manipulation of truth. Hi. In short, I had to pack to finish this one. It is one thing to outgrow a situation. That one is human. But it is another thing to entirely erase, dishonor, and distort the role someone played in your life just to justify your exit. That is not strength. That is instability. And yes, the world we live in will sometimes applaud it. You may find voices, especially in shallow places, cheering you up, telling you that you did what was best for you, encouraging you to drop anyone who no longer matches your level, without questioning the depth of what you are discarding. But validation does not equal truth. Noise does not equal wisdom. And applause does not cleanse the weight of what you have done. Because deep down, beyond the noise, beyond the performance, there is a quiet knowing. You remember who they were to you. You remember the nights they stood by you. You remember the sacrifices you didn't deserve but received anyways. And no amount of rewriting can erase that truth. But you see, life has a way of balancing things out. It might not be obvious or immediate, but in ways that touch the core of who you become. Because when you mishandle genuine people, it does something to you. It chips at your integrity. It distorts your sense of value. It makes it easier for you to normalize disloyalty. And one day, you may find yourself surrounded by people who treat you the same way you once treated someone who was good to you. Not as punishment, but as a reflection. The truth is, good people are not easy to come by. Yourself, you know. People who genuinely stand with you in your hardest seasons, who give without calculation, who love without strategy. They are rare. And when you encounter them, you don't discard them like they were nothing. Even if life takes you in different directions, there is a way to live with dignity. There is a way to honor what you both shared. There is a way to tell the truth without turning someone into a villain just to protect your image. Because real truth is not just about rising. It is about remembering. It is about honor. It is about integrity. It is about how you treat people who once held you together when you were falling apart. And if you lose that in the process of becoming better, then you have not truly grown at all. You have only changed form, not substance. Beware.